We don't get to tell people how to love us. Yeah, sure, we can help them along. We can give them guidance and suggestions. We can answer their questions if they care enough to ask. Sidebar, if they don't even care enough to ask, I think that right there is your sign. But we get to speak our mind, and then we get to decide if we want to participate in that. There was a quote by Ayanna Van Zandt where she says something along those lines of, you don't get to tell somebody how to love you. You just get to decide if you're going to participate in the way they choose to love you. And it's the truth. Because while we can give guidance and we can speak until we're blue in the face and asking, bordering begging somebody that we might love and care about to love and reciprocate that love and care, it doesn't mean that they're going to do it. It doesn't even mean they have the faculties to do it. Not everyone who's not loving you or meeting your expectations is doing it out of malice. Sure, there are some that are. But in either case, you get to decide how long you participate in the way that that particular person loves you, how they show up for you every day, or whether they do or they don't. There's nothing wrong with you expecting more from a partner. Especially, particularly, when you're reciprocating and you're meeting their love language. Sometimes we care more about others than we care about ourselves, and that's one of the greatest disrespects that we could possibly do. When we have boundaries internally, but we don't stand on them, and we allow people to take advantage of us or use us or take more from us than they're giving, but more than we might even have to give in the first place. But we givers do this. We give and give and give, because we oftentimes see potential, or we come up with this ridiculous idea in our head because we like them. We'll show them how much we like them, and then that'll make them reciprocate. Not everybody's built like that. Givers need to be with givers, because when a giver is with a taker, the imbalance is so jacked up, it's not even funny. And it hurts us deep feelers, us givers, us lovers. It doesn't. We hurt ourselves. We hurt ourselves because we set ourselves up with these unrealistic expectations of what somebody is supposed to do, how they're supposed to show up in our life, and it's not fair. It's not fair. We can sure give guidance. We can answer questions, and we can let people know what we like, how we would like to be loved. But actions, pay attention to their actions, because if they wanted to, I promise you they would. There is no one too busy. We make things important, or we make them not important. And based on their scale of importance in our life is how we choose to show up to those things. You know it's true for you in your life. If they're not making you a priority in their life, you really, really need to stop making them a priority in yours. It's not fun, nor is it easy. And we can't just turn our hearts off. But what we can do is we can look inward and we can choose love for ourselves. And we can know in moving out what is not for us, we are making a clear path for what is. And it's not that you have to end anything in malice or blocking or anything toxic. You can love from afar while loving yourself the most and opening yourself up for what you actually deserve. It doesn't make them bad people if they can't show up for you the way that you need them to. And it's going to hurt, sure, especially when we already love them. But when people show you who they are, my love, please, por el amor de Dios, believe them. For the love of God, believe them. Because it doesn't get any better when you add more stress and complications. If the effort is not being matched, do yourself a favor. Choose you. Release them with love and light and gratitude, and wish them well along their way. You are so much stronger than you think. You got this. You can do it. You can choose yourself. Love yourself the way that you love others.